Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pals podcast. I'm your co-host, Ricky Liordi.
And I'm Danielle Galarno. Or Dani.
Yeah, can we just go by Dani permanently? It's just so much easier. Like, nobody calls you Danielle.
So now how you're like Ricky Leo, Leo. I'll be just Dani.
You want to tell the funny... Should we start off the pod?
Sorry.
Sorry, that's Dani's clothes in the dryer. Dani, you want to tell the story about what happened to you this past weekend? With Maz? How you got recognized?
Oh my God. So, first of all, I go to my first influencer event without Ricky. And we went because Julian provided the alcohol to the event. So he got invited. And it was one of our friends putting it on. And she's like, do you guys want to come? We're like, yeah, sure. We get there. I see a bunch of people I know too. Like I saw Allegra and some people. So I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Did you say hi?
Yeah.
Was Nat there?
No. Oh. She was with my friend, like our friend Julia. So that was fun. And then it was actually a really good event. But like just going to an event to begin with, all influencers, like we haven't been to one in a while together.
Yeah, because we stopped going because like a lot of them weren't good.
Okay, well this one was actually fun. Like there was people like.
Well, we did the Peroni one in Montreal. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. So this one you would have liked because there was like activities. It wasn't just like photo ops and people chatting.
See, sorry to cut you off. That's what I hate about the influencer events or the content creator events, whatever you want to call them, is that the ones that are made to be photo ops are shit. And like, I get it that some creators go there because it's a cool photo op and it's good for the brand, blah, blah, blah. But the ones that are made to have fun and like focus on good food, good drinks, good energy, good vibes, those are the ones I love.
So walking into this event, you had like a big Reebok photo op, which is amazing. Yeah. To the right,
you need to have one.
And you need to have it. To the right, there was a photo op. Then if you kept walking, there was like another room with another photo op. But like really cool, was nice. The other side, there was like that basketball game. So that was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time there. Then there was the bar. Then you go outside. Then they had like 4 mini putt holes. So that was fun.
That's
and
good.
then you also got to design a graffiti Reebok t-shirt for free. So it's a nice t-shirt.
Did you do it?
Yeah. So I got
good.
mine.
Why did you wear it? You should have worn it today.
Yeah, I know. I got mine. And then me, Maz, and Julian, we all got matching ones. And then we all wore them out after.
That's fun.
And like losers. But
was that the black sweater?
No, it was a t-shirt.
That was from last week. The black sweater with Assos, I guess.
Yeah.
Call me or something.
Yeah. But then there was an ice cream truck, which you would have liked. Another bar outside.
Bar outside, I would have liked.
And then there was some food truck too, but I don't know what the food truck was.
Okay.
But it was cool. There was a lot of people. I saw some people that you knew that I've met with you. They all say hi.
Hi, guys.
But that was fun. But then we go out. We're like, okay, where do we go? One of my friends was like, hey, my friends are at Paris, Texas. Let's go. So luckily enough, I messaged some friends. I'm like, can you get us in? Like, lines are insane again. Get in. Everything's cool. We meet up with our friends. Night goes on. I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. On my way to the bathroom, like the back hall, some girl's like, oh my God, you're Dani. Like, Ricky's Dani. I look at her. I said, excuse me? Oh my God, you're Ricky's Dani, like from TikTok. I said, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, nice to meet you. Ran to the bathroom. Hid. I was like, Maz, I cannot believe that just happened to me. Like, God forbid I can't go anywhere with someone recognizing you. Now they're gonna go, oh, you're Dani, Ricky's Dani? I am my own person. Like, I know we do a lot together. We go out a lot together. We have this podcast together now. But Ricky's Dani? I laughed about it though for I think 48 hours straight.
I was like borderline sleeping when Maz texted me. And I like literally, you know when you read something half asleep with like one eye open?
Yeah.
I was like kind of half reading it and I just chuckled in bed. I was like, ooh, this is a good one. I'm going to chirp Dani about this for a long time. Not even like you're Dani from the Pals. Oh, like you're good friends with Ricky. No, you're Ricky's Dani.
No, I forgot that happened for a second. But I think that was like the fun. Like I had such a good night. Like all together, we had such a fun night.
Do you know what? I'm going to give it Paris, Texas. Like, I feel like you can't have a bad night there right now. I feel like it's just one of those spots right now where it's just a hit every time.
Yeah, so we went inside for a bit. I found the crowd inside on Thursday younger.
It is like Dani, we're getting on the older side.
Yes,
well,
but then as soon as we got outside, it was all older crowd and like everyone my age and up.
Okay.
So like that was where all our friends were, and like we went with just like 4 other people, like 2 other couples, And then we ended up seeing tons of people we knew.
Side note, have you seen the bracelets they made, the Lisa Goslin ones?
Yes.
Very
really,
nice.
really cool. They
Very
did a really
nice.
good job with that.
Guys, honestly, shout out to all the guys at Paris, Texas. You guys are just...
You guys
what
are killing
you're doing
it.
right now, yeah, you guys are just on fire start to finish. Like the venue looks unbelievable. The music is great too because it's all single. It's not just country music. It's like sing along country pop. Like it reminds me of what they would play at JBR's at Western.
Yeah, like
you know, songs that you want to sing along to when you're drunk with your friends.
I feel like low key sometimes. If people know me, knew I frequented Arcane a lot. So there's like certain moments where I'm like turning around or like I see certain staff because some of the older staff have come in to like help out or like some security. And I'm just like, oh, they're like, oh, Danielle, nice seeing you again. And then it's like, okay, no, not that.
Yeah, those guys
all
really
together, they're doing such a good job.
And I think that's going to be at least until winter time. I think as long as the weather's still decent, and probably till at least the end of this year, that place is going to be a hit 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
If there's any concert in town, doesn't even need I bet you tonight's a Monday night.
Well, no,
50
they
Cent.
just announced today they're doing a Boots and Hearts special.
I saw that.
So they have like a specialty drink too. So like they're
Like,
really...
so what is it, the Boots and Hearts special? Like what is it? Because Boots and Hearts is out of town.
I don't
So, like,
know. They're probably just playing off of it.
Yeah, it's probably like nothing really. It's just
But it doesn't matter. You can do that.
you can.
You're not going to Boots and Hearts isn't it next week? It's not even this weekend. So it's like leading up to Boots and Hearts. You're partying at Paris, Texas.
Right.
Paris, Texas. Next week you go to Boots and Hearts. Country every
just
night.
in general, I don't think that place can miss right now.
I
think right now between the patio being really nice, and that patio's always been really nice, and then the venue, like they did a good job, the music, the staff. How are drink prices? Are they? I don't even remember.
Not that bad. I didn't go crazy buying drinks. We were also buying like Coronas. Like we weren't going like
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Like we were going real country.
Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't shock me if we ended up there tonight. You know what I mean?
But like it was good. But what's full circle? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna bring this back around. At the beginning of the year, all the fashion trends were gonna be like cowgirl, coastal cowgirl.
Really?
That was the whole thing. Coastal cowgirl. So you wore cowboy boots with like a sundress.
Oh fuck yeah!
And that was the big fashion trend for this summer.
Oh, didn't even know that.
So girls were already on like going onto that trend before the summer came. Country's also just making a huge hit right now, I think, in the music industry.
Yeehaw, baby, yeehaw. So
it's like the perfect time. But
before we go any further, I just want to announce to everybody that by the time you hear this is Dani's birthday week. Her birthday is on Friday, August 4th, August 5th.
If you didn't know that.
It's Friday, August 4th.
Yeah, never forget.
Yeah, because I think we've just been talking about your birthday being Saturday for so long that I just almost switched it to the 5th.
And I just want everyone to just listen to this. So I'm on the phone with Ricky before coming here. And we're talking about Saturday because we've had tickets for Rufus for a while. When I initially bought the tickets for Rufus, I said, Ricky, where are you sitting? Because we want to get tickets all together.
And what did I say?
You said, oh, I'm asking the person. MLSC, blah, blah. I email her.
Shout out Priya.
Yes. Anyways, I said, okay, well, I have lawn tickets now. When you get your tickets, let me know so we can figure it out what to do. And you said, regardless, if I have seats, I'll come with you guys in lawn. And I remember this conversation to begin with, if we couldn't get tickets all together so we could enjoy Rufus. Because I wasn't going to celebrate my birthday initially. I was just going to go to Rufus. Remember?
No.
It's fine. I remember everything.
This was going to be your birthday the whole time.
Yes.
Rufus
so then
was your birthday
today,
the whole
he
time.
goes, oh, I still don't have someone to go with. But yeah, where are your tickets? I said, lawn. He's like, I think I'm in the 200s. I was like, so you're going to come hang out with us? And he goes, no, why would I leave my good seats? So you're going to leave me on my birthday night? That's what I'm saying. Is that right?
So time out.
I would never do that to you.
Okay, let's rewind. I got other words for that.
I would never do that to you on your birthday.
I'm not going to say this on the podcast.
I would never do that to you.
But on a side note, you know exactly what I'm thinking about right now.
Yes.
What you said to me. Yeah.
And it never happened, so it doesn't matter.
But you said you would do it anyways. Anyways, the thing is, it's my favorite band too, and it's Danny's favorite band. Now it's Danny's birthday, and I 100% agree. You shouldn't leave your friends on their birthday. But what if your friends are leaving you on their birthday?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
The long weekend is
the plan
not
was
your birthday.
on Saturday to have a full day together. That was the original plan. It's in my calendar and everything. Friday was supposed to be a chill.
We can still have a day.
Well, we can't because you need to leave in the heart of the day. 5 to 8 is the heart of a Saturday.
Unfortunately, circumstances have changed for other reasons.
I'm just saying it goes both ways.
But it is my birthday.
I agree.
So if I want to hang out from 11 till 3 or 11 till 5 and then leave you for 2-3 hours and come back, it's my birthday.
That's fair.
But it's also not my fault. I can't even talk about this right now.
It's not my fault. Priya
but
got
I
me different
can't,
seats.
Okay, it doesn't matter. But I'm saying, and I fully came up with a solution.
Yeah, we have a
And
solution.
you, God forbid, said,
Yeah.
well, what if I don't want to take you?
What if I don't want to take you, Dani? What if I don't want to take Dani on her birthday to see our favorite artist? Anyways,
I just I'm going to just say this, and I'm not trying to like boost your ego, but I've like, you like them just as much as me. So going
I
to
like them more than you.
Okay, but
Okay, splitting hairs. Yeah.
let's just say we like them at the same amount.
Sure.
Going to a concert with someone who likes the artist just as much as you do is more fun than going with someone who doesn't care and is just there for the fun.
Agreed. 100. You
Like,
are 100% correct.
I love Maz to death, and I know she likes the music, but she probably, if we asked her, could probably
She's
not
there
even
for the
name a
vibe.
song.
Yeah, she's
there
there
for the vibe. She's there for just in general knowing it's going to be a good time.
I agree with you 100%. Going with someone who loves the artist. Like, remember when I took Emma to Luke Combs?
Mm-hmm.
So, remember, she doesn't even listen to this podcast. So it doesn't even matter. Nobody knows her that listens either. But she's a big Luke Combs fan. And I didn't even really know her at the time. These tickets were like crazy expensive. I ended up getting lucky. I got them I got them for free. And she sang every single word to every single song. And I enjoyed watching her enjoying the concert that much that, like, it made it so much better for me because she loved the concert.
It made
so
it better
much.
for you, but in the end, even though she probably had a great night with you and she was like so happy to go with you, she probably would have had a better time for the music aspect with someone who loved Luke Combs and knew all the songs.
Like, I had more fun because I went with her.
Yeah.
Because she loved it. She probably would have had. I think she reached her peak happiness because she wouldn't care who she was with.
She was in her own bubble.
Yeah, she was in her own world. But yeah, so guys, if you see Dani, make sure you wish her a happy birthday. By the time the next episode's out, her birthday will be gone. So this is, I guess, the Dani birthday special. Anything else you want to talk about that?
No, it's just kind of funny because last week when we were talking, if our guest canceled tonight, I was like, oh, let's just like have like a friend on and like chat. It's my birthday. We can make it that. And guess what? It ended up being that.
And we haven't done a solo episode since you've started.
No.
I didn't even but you know what though? But we've also changed up where we've been doing a little bit longer intros.
Yeah.
So we haven't done a solo episode, but me and you have done solo 10 minutes, like mini segments.
Our longest one has been 15 minutes.
So 15 minutes, that's a third of a podcast. Almost.
Yeah.
A quarter of a podcast.
So yeah, it's different. I don't know.
It was
good
good.
Practice.
It is good. It's nice to sit down and just catch up. Considering we have so many things that happen, like we do talk on the phone a lot anyways, like because you can't drive without talking.
But we also haven't talked that much or been able to communicate because I have been very stupid again this month and I lost my data. So I went up to the cottage on Friday, and again, I apologize because I said I had all this planned about the podcast and our posting schedule and this and that. I leave my house.
But that's a fair. That you said it's fair. Hey, I fucked up. I did it.
I left my house.
And I said no problem.
The clips were done though.
Yeah, they were done.
Yeah.
And I took care of it because you said you're like, hey, I fucked up. My bad. Do you mind doing this for me? Sure, no problem, because you're taking lead. You're saying, hey, Ricky, I fucked up. This is my job, but here, I can't do it this week. You do it. Because now I can say, hey, Dan, you know what? Last week I did 4. This week you do 4.
Yeah.
It's a give and take, yeah.
So, but I get up north, and then, like, I realize I don't have any data. And, like, we have Wi-Fi at the cottage, but it's my grandfather's.
It's probably shoddy as hell, too.
No, it's really good.
Really?
If it's saying he just doesn't have a big plan. And, like, we've never given him, like, a big plan because he uses it, and he uses his every day for, like, work stuff, like, his iPad, his like news. He's like always on his iPad. But I would never. There was one summer that we went up there. People were working up there, and like the Rogers bill was like out of this world because like no one realized that we had gone over so much. So now we just don't use it. So it was kind of, but it was really nice to unplug.
It is nice to unplug every now and then. I remember when I deleted Instagram for that like probably month where I deleted it Monday to Friday. It is nice to not have it.
Like everyone around me had it.
You're just a poor person.
I just sat there. Then my mom would be like, "Oh, can you like book your flight here?" And I'm like, "I don't have it." Or, "Oh, Andrew's like, oh, there's a new driving range in like Bala. We should all go on Sunday." "Oh, Danielle, can you like check if they're like they have clubs there or anything? If we can like get some?" Or and I was like, I don't have data. So it just became like an ongoing joke this weekend that like you don't realize how dependent you are on your phone,
100%.
but you also don't realize how much you can do without it. Like I didn't have it okay, I didn't have it. Who cares? I can deal with it another day.
Because you're also with other people.
Yeah, but regardless, even if they weren't checking it, like I wanted to buy at 1.2, I was like, oh my God, Mom, I forgot to buy this dress from Abercrombie that I wanted for my trip next week, which I should have done last week, but it escaped my brain that I'm like, hey, by the time I leave, if I order it today, who knows if it's going to come in on time? Do I have time to go to the mall? Whatever. Guess what? I went on her phone. I was about to do it. Forgot to put in my card. Left it. Who cares? I don't need it. You survive.
Remember this when you're talking about how you got nothing to wear at a wedding and you need all these dresses and blah, 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 like you bitch and moan sometimes? Remember this conversation, Dani.
You will figure it out and survive without a phone. And the radio works without a phone. So if you ever I actually got stuck in traffic once, and you just turn on the radio and it tells you exactly where the accident is. You don't need your GPS and Google Maps to tell you.
So that I like, but I actually listen to radio all the time.
I don't.
All the time. All the time.
What's your favorite radio station?
925 999. And in the morning, sometimes like they'll start talking and they'll get into like different games and stuff. And I go to the bullshit talk. Like I like just hearing like not white noise, but I want to hear background vocal, like people speaking.
Why don't you listen to a podcast?
Sometimes I do, but then sometimes I don't want to hear my own voice.
Well, there's other podcasts.
Oh, I think I meant this one. Sometimes I do, but again, sometimes I don't want to listen to things I actually want to listen to. Oh. I want to hear like I just want to be in the corner of a room listening to random conversations.
Like fluff noise.
Yeah.
I think
it's not elevator music, but it's like elevator conversation.
So you know how I always talk about reality TV?
Yeah.
I think I live alone. So even when I'm like cooking dinner or doing anything, I'm folding clothes. I don't like having just like music on. I just want to hear people talking. So that's why I always have reality TV on the background.
See, for me,
I'm not sitting there watching it the whole time.
That's me. That's The Office. I just like, I'm on my phone and it's in the background here.
Yeah. Controversial. I have only watched one episode of The Office. Don't like it. I know I have to get back into it. People keep saying that.
So good. It is one of the best shows. Because I know we're on a little bit of a time crunch today.
We have time.
We don't have that much time. 30 minutes left, max.
Yeah.
Actually 15 because you gotta leave soon.
Oh, so you want to get into Ricky's now?
I want to get into pickleball now.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't filled you in. So, for those of you who don't know, we had our first ever pickleball event this weekend. It was so our team is called Toronto United Pickleball Club. I'm the coach / GM / I don't even know what the fuck I am anymore. But we had our first event this weekend in Guelph, and it was very crazy. It was like very crazy good. And we were missing one of our best players, and we still did all right considering. But it was actually just wild to think that I was sitting there and I'm like, I own this fucking team. You know, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, but everybody thinks I know what I'm doing because I look like I know what I'm doing. So, like fake it till you make it kind of thing. But yeah, we had so much fun. It was a really good event. Not as many people as you would hope there'd be like 1,000, 2,000 people. But overall, really good. Vicky and Maz came. My mom came. Like my cousins came. My aunts and uncles. It was really good.
So I have questions.
Go.
First of all, favorite part and worst part of the weekend. So
the worst part was when we had actually no, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say when we had a 3-hour break, but I ended up chatting with people and like getting to know. Like we had lunch as a team together, and then you end up chatting with like your sponsor and just other people there. And everyone's really nice. Like I've always known this. The pickleball community is really nice. Like everybody's friendly. Everybody wants to make friends. So I'd probably say the worst part was probably just we lost. We lost 5 games. We went 2-5, so we lost 5 times. That was probably the worst part because we were better than that. Like we lost a lot of close matches. We were missing one of our strongest players. So that's the worst part. The best part is getting to meet the team and like becoming friends with everybody. Like our team is such good characters. Like I've been saying
I'm excited to meet them.
Yeah. So Hannah was our first round draft pick, and she's just like a little like lovely firecracker. She's like a small little she's not that small actually. I lied. I can't tell us on the podcast, but I'll tell you after. But she's like this like little firecracker, like really, really good. She's been playing pickleball for, I don't know, 9 months or something. And
she used to play squash, right?
Yeah, former pro squash player. Just like, she's just a fucking athlete. She's just an athlete, and she's so fucking good. And there was one game, I didn't tell you this yet. So we're like, it's in a really close game, like really close game. And it's maybe like 14-14, 13-14, something like that. We had serve, and we had the chance to end the game, I think. And so her partner served. They returned it kind of to the middle, a little bit on her partner's side, but on her forehand side. And she goes, you. So the girl hits it back, whatever. They get in the round. We don't win the point. We end up losing the game. And I pull her aside after. I was like, Hannah, in a fucking game like this, you are the fucking star. You take over the game. You don't say you. You You don't see Michael Jordan or fucking any professional athlete saying, oh yeah, I'm going to pass the ball to not the star player. No, the star player wants the ball in their hands at all time. You have to fucking take it and shoot. And if you miss, you fucking miss. Who cares? At least the star player had the chance to win the game or lose the game. That's what you want every fucking time. So we were joking around. Like she's, like honestly, I feel like I love she's like a decade younger than me, but I feel like she's like a little sister to me. I literally love her. So she's great. Matt Kawamoto was our 3rd round draft pick. Mm-hmm. I actually think he's the best player in Canada. I went up to his mother. I was like, I think your son's the best player in Canada right now. In that building, he was just like, there's some shots you're like, how the fuck did you even
Did you play singles?
So we played a little bit of singles in one of the tiebreakers, but even in doubles, like he takes over the game. He is just all over the court, everywhere. He's just amazing. And you look at him, you're like, okay, like I could see maybe he's being good, but there was guys that are 6'5", 6'6".
Height doesn't matter though in pickleball.
I know, but it does a little bit because you have like higher momentum. You can hit the ball down more. Like there's one guy who's 6'5" who like probably hits the ball, I don't know, 80, 90 miles an hour. It's like crazy how fast he hits it.
I just think that's more about strength though, and like.
Yeah, but again, it's also like the trajectory. You're like the longer your arms, it does help, right? But no, Matt, just little Japanese dude, and he's a fucking killer. And we have like Dan Godfrey, which is Mark's brother, and Mark wasn't here, but Dan also like carries on. He was our reserve. Martina and Carolina both like played great. Carolina was our reserve, and she got in there one game and almost like pulled away with the W. And Martina and Hannah, they went I think 2-5 in women's doubles, but there was a couple games they easily could have went the other way. So overall, we had a great time. But best part was again getting to meet them, like just becoming friends. We had dinner on Saturday night, and we're just like all shooting the shit, chatting. And someone actually gave me a great question. When you're asking with people, I'll tell them like, what's one random fact about you? So we went around the whole table like saying random facts.
What did you say?
Mine was that I got my tongue cut when I was in grade 8.
Huh?
You know that?
No.
You didn't know I was tongue tied?
No.
I was tongue tied until grade 8, so I basically couldn't stick my tongue out of my mouth. Yeah. It would roll over.
Now.
Yeah, so I have a fairly long tongue now, but what's so funny about that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, fun.
What would I say?
What's your random fact?
I cracked my head 3 times.
Okay, that's a good random fact.
At different age groups too.
How old?
4. How old are you in grade 1?
6.
4, 6, and 19.
So basically, you're an idiot at every stage in your life.
Yeah.
What was the worst one?
19 was the biggest.
I think I heard this story.
Yeah, I fell off a raft.
Yeah, you told me the story, and that's the scar on the back of your head.
Yeah, it was actually on my 18th. It was like my 19th birthday at midnight, so I was 18.
Technically 19 if it's midnight.
Well, it happened before midnight.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Okay, wait. I had another question about you, pickleball. We had this conversation in Montreal about whether or not you were ever going to like hire a coach or like do practices or how you were going to run the team. Do you wish you had more time, or like do you see the benefit of bringing someone else in, or on the other hand, maybe it's just bringing them and playing together more often?
So I actually thought about that this weekend because technically I'm the coach, GM, owner, whatever, and like we joke about it because I was one of the only coaches that wasn't a player that sat on the bench and like was very vocal throughout the game. Like everybody knew it. At one point, like me and the other coaches were chirping each other. Like, Ricky, you're not even saying anything. You're not a fucking real coach. Like we're beaking back.
So the other coaches are actual coaches?
No, well, some of them are players that play, and then some of the other coaches kind of just like sat there on the sidelines quiet. One of the owners or GMs, whatever, just sat off to the side, like wasn't in the thick of things. But I'm sitting like front row center. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm cheering. I'm like
you are a part of the team.
I'm part of the game almost. Like I'm in the thick of it. Like when you watch the live streams, you see me. Like I'm in it. I'm fucking in it. And someone's like, "Wait, do you even know what you're doing?" I'm like, I have no fucking clue. But that being said, Dan and Matt Kawamoto, so our 2 men's doubles, both of them train and coach. So Matt's like full-time pickleball, coaches, teaches, trains. Like he's the guy. So like we'll get into like a huddle. He'll sit, like I'll say something stupid and random, and then he'll give like good strategy.
I feel like you're like the cheerleader.
I hype everyone up. We joked around. I was like, my job was the energy. I was like the energy guy.
But that's like, yeah, that's what you bring
I'm just
a
hype
to
man.
everything.
Yeah, I'm the hype man. That's it. So It was Matt's our dude. So I don't think if we had a coach, it would have really made any difference because Matt is probably one of the best coaches too. I don't know. I just loved Matt. I thought he was great. Dan was great too because he also helped coach the second mixed. So anytime Dan didn't see something, Matt saw it, and maybe even vice versa.
So I think for something like this too, or maybe because it's just so new, the players, again, you just met them in person for the first time on Friday. And it is hard when everyone is not living here. Yeah. And it is a fairly new league. Like, you don't know what's going to happen with it. It's brand new, but you don't know what's going to happen with it. Is it going to blow up? Are people going to, like, give up everything else in their life for this league?
So I don't think it's there right now where people are like giving up.
No. I'm saying down the line, you don't know. But it's either whether even like that monthly getting together, practicing together, having those people doubles. It's chemistry too.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So if they only play 4 times a year at their tournaments, they're not going to have that chemistry. Whereas 2 people from another team could be living down the street from each other and they could be playing with each other on a weekly basis. And maybe that's their advantage on why they actually won this weekend.
So, and to elaborate on that, there were some teams that had partners that played a lot together. So I think there's 3 teams that had at least 1 or 2 partners that play together consistently. And one of them is Mark Clemenson and Christina Chin. They're like really good. They're a couple and they play together all the time. They're both from Ontario and they're on the Southwestern Ontario team. And they did pretty well. But again, it's not like they dominated and they went 7-0. Like Matt and Hannah had never played together.
No,
and
but
they
it also could just be like their
5-2.
chemistry is what made them play better, but they're maybe not the top pickleball players out there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Whereas Hannah and Matt could they could be the top players in Canada right now, but because they haven't played together enough.
Definitely, yeah. There's not the chemistry there.
The chemistry.
But yeah, shockingly, they had really good chemistry and they worked really well. And again, it works when you kind of know your roles and you jump into it. Right? Like Matt knows he's the leader of that pair. Hannah knows her job is to keep the game going, and when she's got the chance to put it away, she puts it away. Matt knows his job is to really take over, and Matt did. And it was just like, you watch it. My biggest concern going into this was I didn't see most of the players play. Like I've watched videos and highlights and stuff like that. My biggest concern was, am I going to get there and this is like, these guys aren't going to be that good? Is it going to be like, I'm looking at YMCA guys playing pickleball like I do when I go to my local shitty tournaments, right? And I go to the local tournaments and I'm like, yeah, these guys are obviously good, but it's not like you see when I watch the MLP or the PPA in the States, I'm like, they're really good. And that was my biggest concern. And like the first game didn't look that good. It was the first game. People are nervous, jitters, whatever. But there were some games. I had a video where he had a rally that had 45 shots or something. It was a minute-long rally. Like, that's long. Like, that's a long rally. And you see that, you're just like, holy fuck. Like, there were some rallies where I'm not even sitting. I'm squatting over my chair with, like, my hand, like, over my mouth, like, not breathing because it was so crazy. So, the level of play and the competitiveness was amazing. I'm so happy for that.
You're that hockey mom.
Oh, I'm a proud dad.
Like,
I'm a proud dad. Like
you were that like person, like whether it's like screaming, yelling, scared, happy, like you were all of those within one game. Like you go through the emotions. Yeah. And I saw the videos. You go through all the emotions, but like whether they lose at the end or like win, you are like their number one fan.
I literally said we went out for bubble tea after. I'm like, everyone's getting together and I'm just taking it. It's like, where are you coming? I'm like, no, I don't want to be in. I just want to get a picture of you guys. Like, I'm the proud dad. Those were my first proud dad moment. Like, probably in my life. Because most of the stuff that I've done, I was involved in it. Like, when we did cast, okay? Like,
people were proud of you.
Yeah, like, and you're proud of yourself for doing it, right? But it's not a proud dad moment. It was like a proud me moment. Like, any other business venture I did or anything else I've done in the past, it was like, okay, cool. Like, we did this or I did this or something. This one, I did nothing. It's them. And like all I did is put them together. But I had like, you don't take credit on that because it's them.
So are you happy you put yourself into the situation, got ownership of the team, and like are as involved as you are?
Oh, I'm so happy. Like there's times I'm thinking like, I can't wait for this to blow up and then I can just quit everything else that I'm doing and just do that full time. I also had a little podcast studio inside the pickleball clinic. Like I'm so into it. I'm just like, hey, I need a space now. I need to find a space.
You're like
where
building
we
a
can
gym.
So funny enough. So our sponsors actually TSS, Total Sports Solutions, Pickleball. They do
my old client.
Yeah, they
what
do.
What a small world.
What a small world. So the guy, Ian is his name.
Yes,
I guess. So
yes,
great fucking dude. I met him. We ended up chatting for a couple hours too. He's building courts everywhere because right now pickleball courts are the number one courts. Like people are putting in their backyards and everything. And I told him, like, if you're doing something, they're doing stuff with fairgrounds. They're putting like courts in everywhere. I said, if you find someone that you got that good feeling with, that might need a partner or might want someone like me, that you make the intro. Let's do this, because I would love to have even own like 1 court out of 6, or own a small piece of a pickleball facility where I can brand it Toronto United Pickleball Club, and like run practices or clinics or something, because I don't have the time to do it. I don't have the energy to do it. I don't have the money to do it on my own. But I'd love if someone else did it, say, okay, let's do something together, because now I have the team. I have the pros. I have the coaches, the clinics. Like, Matt lives in Ottawa. Man, Matt's my fucking dude. And I was like, Matt, if there was a chance like for you to move here and like coach and teach and do all the stuff you do in Ottawa and Toronto, would you do? He's like, yeah, I think so. Like, I'm not married.
Get away from Ottawa, Matt.
Like,
I hope
Matt,
you're listening to this.
Fucking
Get
come
away.
to Toronto, Matt.
My sister's in Ottawa. Leave.
Matt, come to Toronto, man. We love you. No, but yeah, that's it. Like, the whole event, 2 days, they're long days. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, even not playing, I was drained at the end of each day.
It's like any type of tournament. Like, they're exhausted. Like, remember you as a kid going to a hockey tournament? Like,
yeah, you're
I used to be at dance competitions for 4 days straight. By the end of it, you had to take like another day off school because you can't breathe. You've been up since 7, go to bed at 11.
Yeah, and Shockland went to the gym both mornings, which was wild.
Good for you.
Yeah, I did. So I'm overall really happy with the tournament. Really happy to see like what's for like Edmonton's the next tournament. Our team's most likely gonna rent a big Airbnb, like all stay together. I'm gonna rent like a Sprinter van and drive everyone around like a proud dad. George is coming, which will be fun. Like, I got Georgie with me. And George is the type of guy that he'll get easily excited just like me.
Oh, I cannot.
And like, he knows nothing about pickleball
I
either.
cannot wait for George to go and watch.
Because George is gonna be in it just like I am, right? Like, George is gonna have like a quick little history lesson on the airplane ride over, and boom, he's gonna be fucking. George is gonna be coming back like
those updates on his phone are gonna be pickleball, pickleball, pickleball. He is going to be the most educated person by that end of that weekend,
and I can't wait. Like, I sent you some of the recaps I sent to like George, Ollie, and Frank, and like I had notes. I was like taking notes first couple games, then I forgot because even content. Our videographer, his car broke down, so he couldn't come. So I'm like, you know what? No big deal. I brought my tripod. I brought everything I need. I'll just set up. I'll do content myself. You forget to do everything once the game starts.
You're busy.
Once the game starts, I'm just like,
and like you're preoccupied watching them play.
It's wild how like just nothing else matters when they're playing.
Actually, a funny story.
Go.
Totally not pickleball related. Not really funny, but this is gonna be a test if George listens to the podcast.
Let's hear it.
My mom sent me a unit on TikTok last week. It was a loft in Mimico.
I think I saw it. It's in George's building?
And it's in George's building. And she's like, and it's going for next to nothing. It's 1+10. Like, it's small. Well, it's like 900 square feet. It's not small.
It's not small at all.
900 square feet, but it's going for next to nothing. She's like, you have to go check it out. Like, this is just like...
Too nice.
It's too nice for you to pass up. And I look, it's in George and Becca's building. Go online, check. It's like sold conditional. But like a lot of the deals in that building have been falling through. And I'm like, how is it going for this price? Like, it does not make sense. My cousin's boyfriend has his real estate license too. Just talking on the weekend. He's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. There's a shooting across the street last week. Like, could that have brought... Like, I just could not justify why it's going for so low. And they had a deal there in June, fell through. So I'm like, maybe just people cannot afford it and they just keep losing the deal.
Interest rates.
So I was going to go see it this week and not tell them. And then...
Surprise!
So if they listen to this episode, they will know. And I'm not telling them on purpose.
Anastasia probably still listens, actually. Maybe.
I hope they... Well, we'll
find out.
We'll find out if they
Find
listen and they hear this, because I might be going seeing it this week with my cousin and my cousin's boyfriend. He might come, like, go and show it to me just to see. Like, it's impossible to pass up. But I don't know if George is gonna love it. Becca will love it. George might kill himself.
Who knows? They might not be there that much longer too.
Yeah. But I would just be so funny. It's like the price is just unmatched.
That's funny though. That's really funny.
Isn't that funny?
It is.
I just haven't told them. And I didn't have data this weekend to call her, because usually I would have called Becca immediately. I didn't realize my mom was like that serious, and she's like, no, I really think you should. I was like, okay.
Dani's back downtown. Also, Dani's losing her condo. Or not losing it. She's moving out.
Yes. September 30th. If I don't find a place, I'll be back in Richmond Hill. Loser. Or living here, since Ricky's never here.
I'm never here, so. Dani, what else we got?
Silence.
Yeah, that's it. I'm good. Like,
you know what? I'm good too. I actually think this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Well,
we haven't really had like a good catch up. You were gone all weekend. Like, we were even talking off air, And it's like, why are we talking off air? Let's just fucking start rolling. Like, let's get into it.
Yeah, but there's like sometimes when you're just talking to your friend and like you just want to just like when I was going on a rampage today when I was on my way here, like I'm obviously not going to talk like that on the podcast.
And sometimes you find, like, even when me and George used to, sometimes we spoke just to speak. You're talking just because you need the content. But I feel like here, like, we had, even though we didn't have these set points, but like obviously your birthday's a big thing. The pickleball's a big thing.
Me being recognized is a big thing.
That was really funny. I'm going to chirp you forever now.
I also realized I don't have a hat.
I'll get you on, Dani.
Yeah.
It's in the box right there. Off camera.
Thanks.
We'll get you in. Okay. Other than that, this was a quick one. We didn't have a guest this week. We've got a couple exciting things in the works. Should we say what we have in the works?
No, let's not say it. But
well, we're at the end. Usually most people don't listen to the end anyways.
It's not that long. They might.
So let's give them a teaser.
Stay tuned. There's a very big, let's just give a teaser, a very big musical guest.
Yeah, music, TikTok, moms.
Music, TikTok, moms is your 3 hints. He will be coming on in 2 weeks. Yeah, because I'm going away next week. And then he comes back the day I get back. Hopefully my flight doesn't get delayed.
Yeah, and then we have that, and that'll be a record release too, which will be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then other than that, stay tuned. Yeah, we're going to obviously keep doing a lot of musicians. Music is we do a lot of music, which is fine.
But if there's anyone you guys want to hear on the podcast, please reach out to us. Please suggest, even just like names. You don't have to know them. We can reach out on our own. But if you do know anyone that you'd like to have on the podcast, let us know. And I think that's it, Rick. What do you say?
We don't say it at the end.
Oh, I know. It's not the intro.
Do we even need it? We don't even need it.
Yeah, need it. This is it.
Guys,
I messed up.
Yeah, that's it. Share this with your friends. Subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And other than that, do we say it?
That's it. No, that's it, pals. Thanks for listening. You like to